How did the Leaf King treat life in this?
On a certain day, 8,000
The children of the forest resisted the.
He actually tied a man to a big tree, preparing to inject terrible eyes magic,
Gradually inserting beside the man's chest. The man also painful.
Soon, the cold magic slowly spread.
The man's pupils gradually turned into.
Thus, the immortal and invincible king of the world was born.
However, Leaf King's power. Not only did he not choose to fight against humanity, surprisingly, he stood on planning to turn all living beings into.
As part of his royal army,
At this moment, the sun
had to ally with humans.
using all the magic that has not fallen.
Only then did the Great Wall finally drive the terrifying.
Let him never step into the world of humans. And just like that,
8,000 humanity has changed to many.
and the existence of the Leaf King has only become a terror. And as time goes by, the children of the forest had long since what is unexpected. The Night King of the land of eternal dawn has 100 and used his long hair to stab Daenerys dragon. Finally broke through the powerful Great Wall with his ghostly
Then, plans to invade humanity after 8,000 years of
turning all living beings into their own monstrous kingdom. And the deep bond with the ghost finally realized that humanity is facing an
So he had to risk his life, and everyone caught an incident
paid with the lives of countless brave warriors.
in order to bring one of the ghost boxes to the capital military city of the 7 major.
Wanting to have the Queen order the 7 major kingdoms and Daenerys' army to unite against the.
And then, as the ones overseeing all human armies,
They all had ambitions to conquer the entire. It could be easy to fall.
when Cersei saw Daenerys imposing power,
The desire not to ally has become.
moreover, how could he possibly believe that the ghost.
Until this, the Hound Clee just opened a box.
And then carefully planned while everyone was confused.
The things in the box quickly crawled out under the Hound's command. Seeing this, Cersei jumped.
Unexpectedly, the ancient bitter story used.
Actually, they really. The piercing screams of ghosts left everyone.
At this moment, the dog drew his longsword and turned, but the result was that the ghost was not killed, and
The movement of free will.
nearby, the Grand Scholar quickly looked
And was astonished until his grace stepped forward and told everyone that the rocket could end the ghost's life or the dragon gold in his hand with a single
Then he said to the queen in front of him,
What lay before them was not the small conflicts between
because it is the true war between life, just north of the Great Wall.
and the Leaf King's hundreds of thousands of troops are gradually pressing. If we do not rule the entire continent, it would fundamentally not be the countless dead of humanity. At this moment, after hearing the leader of Sichuan Island, Yulan, saw such a terror.
Because his country cannot swim at all on the island, it would not involve the cleansing.
And just like Yulan was the first to leave the return to her own country, and Cersei also knew that the first attack by the Leaf King was perfectly capable of reducing Daenerys' force until his strength and dragons were all killed by the king,
To send troops north,
thus completing the grand undertaking of the NISTFA. Far enjoy dealing with them.
we will deal with whatever is left of you.
And just the negotiations between the queens collapsed.
And as a discriminated individual, Jaime wanted to help humanity survive the war. Then his behavior was despised by the queen because he just wanted to see the conflict between Daenerys and
I really don't care whether the Lakers can win.
At this point, Jaime finally saw the ugly because he knew this is not a war between, and it is a war with the dead.
Even if Daenerys has dragons, it is fundamentally impossible to be. Watching Cease's reluctance to send troops.
Also disheartened, deciding to abandon, waiting alone to ride again.
In the process, snowflakes began to fall off. At this moment, Mew also realized that the Leaf King was getting close. At the same time, returning to Beijing, the Great Wall has already fallen, and all the families north of their city were brutally killed by the king. Had no choice but to order, no matter how old they are. If it is a man, he must. Subsequently, the Iron Generals of the entire city were forging dragon gold weapons capable of killing.
But looking at the blueprints, I want to temporarily set them because he felt that the girl should obediently stay in the corner before the war.
I have witnessed those who look no different from the dead.
And this is fundamentally not something a little.
After hearing these words,
Arya picked up a dragon gold weapon.
He's got many faces.
I look forward to seeing this one. My weapon, I'll get right on it.
This was the power that thoroughly conquered Jean. And so,
as the night gradually up, all soldiers were also ready.
And as the alarm sounded high above the,
everyone knew that the army of death had. At this moment, looking through the vision of the little the other has already led an army of hundreds of thousands.
And the war between the living and the dead is about to prominently awaken in the cold, piercing